following is a presentation of Mr. X News Network.
Objection! I said I didn't do nothing! The following is a presentation of Mr. X News Network. It's Mr. X News Network. It's Mr. X right before, guess what, July 4th, 250 years. Bang! Of America. 4 years of the Mr. X coming up real soon. Thank you for joining me. We're here. I won't annoy you with the backgrounds. It's July 3rd. Bang. And thank you, Dana Nicole. Bang. Okay, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. It's Mr. X. I got a lot of new friends I want to share with you. Okay. Let's say hello to everybody first, like we usually do. I got my Mr. X shirt on. I got a lot of things going on. And so does America. Man, my glasses are fogging up. I'm getting hyped up. What the fuck? What's up, Rainbow Melon? I see Miss Texas is here. Obviously 140 right off the bat. Texas Granny. Yeah, I never know how well this is going to do, like right before a holiday. Are people out with their families? Are there a lot of people sitting around? How's that going to work? Are people traveling? Who knows? Barbara Buffalo is here. I said Rainbow Melon. I don't know if I did. Donkey Dick. Georgie, come on. You got to be careful. Got to be careful. But we're happy that you're here. But, you know, I know you're going other places too. And people are making reports to the Mr. X. I'm not asking anybody, but they are. Please, let's just be all kind over here. What's up, Eric Murphy and a lot of other people? We're ready to go. We're ready to go. So much to talk about. I'm thanking you guys once again for spending your Friday nights with me, like you always do. Did I see Johnny Yarborough earlier? Donkey Dick. That's right. Texas Granny. We're ready. We're here. We're ready to go. There's Johnny Yarborough. Okay. All right. There it is. Say some names. Talk about, guess what I talk about next? I got my notes. Whew, this is a lot of work. It's hot in here. Yes, the 4th of July. I'm trying to make up this whole little, this 4th of July, for happy 4th of July to everybody from XNN. And I was like, I wanted to have like families with sparklers and all kinds of stuff. And fucking, this bullshit chat GPT wouldn't allow me to have it. So I was like, okay, well, just make it like it's an adult's drinking party, even though the Mr. X doesn't drink. But, that's fine. So we got that. And it's similar to this. I think they just changed the background. I said, put a big firework like Mr. X is lighting the firework with his flamethrower. That's right. So much to talk about. So many things going on. I haven't been on live since Wednesday. Johnny Yarborough show. I think Johnny had a show last night, and I didn't get a chance to check that out. I've heard there's other shows and other things being discussed, but didn't get really much of a chance to see any of that. You know, this 4th of July, there were like plans back in 2016. I think I remember it was like Obama planning the 250th anniversary. There was like some kind, I don't know if you guys remember this or not. Maybe you know about it more than me, and I'm kind of doing this off memory, but some of the things I have written down that I remembered. There was like a nonpartisan group, and it was supposed to be the America 250th committee or whatever. And as years went by, this committee, I think even during Trump's first term, Mike Pence was on this committee, and it was supposed to have like things like, there was a bunch of ideas, and some of the ideas were good. Some of the ideas were bad. They were having ideas like having like a mobile museum or events all around the country. And like I said, some of them are good, some were bad. Smithsonian was on board, and all the museums were supposed to be free and open in public. And I think a lot of the good ideas that were in there were fucking scrapped. Now, Trump had some good ideas too, and I like the UFC thing, and even though that was more of a business thing, and I like some of the things that are going on, but yeah, I don't know what happened with that committee thing. I guess it was just all thrown in the trash one way or another. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, LA has definitely got a lot of museums, and touring the touring museum stuff is a good idea. What's up, Adele? What's up, Tingle Booze? Yeah, I mean, the touring idea is pretty interesting. I don't know what that would have been, but it just got all thrown out the window, and we got whatever we got now. Tracy's here. What's up, Tracy? Mean Green is here. I got a chance to talk to Mean Green the other day on the phone, seeing what's up with her. I got a special person that I spoke to that you guys haven't heard from in a very long time. I have an interview with her already set, and she might be in the chat. I'm not sure if she's here or not yet, but somebody I haven't spoke to or you guys haven't heard from in a long time. It's not Janelle, somebody else. And you'll hear about that when we get there. Tracy's here too. That's right. So yeah, I don't know what happened to that. I'm looking in the chat, seeing if you guys remember any of that. This 250th anniversary celebration. I think it dated back all the way to Obama. And I think it was around 2016, like 10 years, and they were trying to get everything set up. And I don't know, you just hear a lot of these things. Everybody comes in, they're going to do something, and then, you know, things change, pandemics happen, and then it goes a different way. So I don't know. I guess they tried. Who is the special guest? You will see. I don't know if it's, you know, an overwhelming special guest, but she is a great special guest. It's not anything doxing anybody. It's just kind of an update. I think it's overwhelming to me because I wanted to hear from her, and she was nice enough to get a quick little recording in there. It's somebody I'm surprised that picked up right off the first ring. You know, she said some things were true, some things were not true, and it's not BJ either. So it's not BJ. I'm not trying to lead you down that road, but it's not. So Dark Side of the Ring. You guys have heard that. We've discussed that before back on the OTT days. And Dark Side of the Ring is coming out, and they have a new Kurt Angle, Karen Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett episode. If you guys don't know who Kurt Angle was, he was the Olympian who was in the gold medalist who was in WWF and TNA wrestling. And then his wife ended up hooking up with Jeff Jarrett, who was the owner of TNA. I've been seeing some clips of it. I'm not 100% sure if it's out yet, but a new season of Dark Side of the Ring coming out. I'm looking forward to that, or at least a couple new episodes. But I've been seeing a lot of that recently, and looking forward to seeing. What's up to Coal Miner? Coal Miner, I thought about you the other day. I watched a movie the other night. And believe it or not, I've been talking about these movies that are, I think, pretty good movies. Like Fight Club is a good movie, but it did horrible at the box office. I think another movie that's decent that did even worse at the box office is the 1991 film Nothing But Trouble. This is the Dan Aykroyd one movie that he directed. It's very weird. It's got Chevy Chase in it. He's like 48. He's like my age in it. Demi Moore, who's 28. She looks great in the movie. It's got a bunch of other actors that you would know, John Candy, but it is fucking strange. And so I watched this movie. So I was like, oh, yeah, I remember this movie. And I think in 1991, I didn't see it in a theater. I'd have probably been, 12 or 13? Maybe I saw it on VHS later, but it was fucking weird, and it'll give you nightmares. It's one of those kind of movies. Nothing But Trouble. And I think it was on Tubi where I saw it. So what happens is, it was that Vulcanvania, the fake town or whatever, where Dan Aykroyd is the judge and all that stuff. That Vulcanvania is based off that town in Pennsylvania that I think was coal miners, and they still have it burning underground to this day. I don't know if it's still burning. I think it is. It was burning in 1991, but that's what that movie was based off of. And it was also, I guess, in a situation where Dan Aykroyd got a ticket in some odd town, and then the judge or the justice of peace or whoever it was said, hey, come and have dinner with me. So it's a weird movie. It's like 1991. You got People Under the Stairs, and you have Nothing But Trouble, which are like these, I don't know, they were not really haunted houses, but they're like fun house type movies. But it's a very odd movie, and it did horrible. It fucking did horrible. But this in 1991, 92, VHS is kind of king. So you don't really even need to see it in a movie theater. But I guess everybody was cool on set except for Chevy Chase. And then it had the thing with the two twin babies that were all gross and disgusting. And I guess originally there was a rated R cut of it, and they tossed it. They tossed the rated R cut. Shelly from North Carolina. What's up, Shelly? Farmer Fred Smith is in the house. Actually spoke about him today. Ironically, very similar to somebody that I spoke to earlier today. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I just thought that I'd mention that because I saw Coal Miner, and that wasn't something I was going to bring up, but very odd movie. If you've never seen it, I mean, it looks great. The art direction is great. The costuming is great, but just something's off and weird about it. Maybe it's like Chevy Chase and Demi Moore. I don't know. I kind of associate them more with LA, but they start in New York. And then they have these Brazilian people who are their friends, but they're brother and sister, but they're speaking in Spanish, not Portuguese. It's just like weird. It's just that's not even the weirdest stuff in it. It's just an odd movie. That's probably why it didn't do very well. So a person that we know, not the person that I spoke to, believe it or not, and this is breaking news, was recently in the news. Yes, I was sent an email, and a person that you guys know was recently in their local news. And I got the notes of what it was. Fox 10, and this is going to give it away, in Arizona, there was a thing called Dog's Day Out. And if you look at it really close, it's about, and they don't want me showing it, but I do have a photograph. You can see a person bending down and taking care of a dog. And it's Cheese. And it's Janelle. They were at some type of thing where I guess people come out and help homeless people with their animals and all that, which leads back to the news that Janelle is homeless. This isn't the person I spoke to. This is something else. And I was sent this. Now, Janelle asked me over and over and over again, please, Mr. X, do not show the news article. Well, I told you what it was. You can go out there and find it. And I want to be careful of showing Fox 10 in Arizona. It would have been from a couple days ago, Dog's Day Out. But I was sent this. Bang! And that's pretty much what the shot looks like. There's Janelle with that dog. I never shown the picture of the dog that she has. That heavier woman in the middle is from that organization. But I kind of always talked about the homelessness thing and how people get dogs for sympathy, and I think it's a bad idea. But in this situation, these people are helping her. So, yeah, Janelle was on the news. Like, she looks like this in the news. She's like helping the dog and her head's down, and Cheese is all right there. And it's only about 5 seconds. So it's out there. But this does kind of get back to the evidence that they are no longer in a hotel, and it seems like they are homeless once again, but now they got a dog. If I'm wrong, she can email me and tell me differently, and I'll put out the right news. But that's what it sounded like in the email to me. Now, you asked me not to show it. I'm not showing it, but I'm going to say where it's at. Look at it. Poor doggy. That's right. People are feeling bad. Yeah. The dog's living better than them. That's right. That's a nice picture of Shelly from North Carolina. There you go. So I don't know. It was told to me. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I got to say something. You're going to email me something juicy like you being on the news. How can I not say something? So, and it's nothing bad. It just kind of shows the progression that we already know about Janelle, which obviously I'm not going to stick on that too long. But I don't know. I don't know other than that. And I don't think I'm going to know. So there is a lot of rumors out there. I talked about downtown LA sucking, okay? And it just being a shithole. And the area that Mr. X is in is obviously the nice side of town. And people are getting over to Hollywood Park. And you would think that the studio system would stay in Paramount or downtown or Warner Brothers or Burbank and this and that. No. They're coming over to the Mr. X side of town. And who is they? They being, well, it's ESPN, ABC, which would be Disney. ESPN is moving to guess where? Hollywood Park in Inglewood. That's not my area, but you know Hollywood Park. That's where SoFi Stadium is. That's where the Super Bowl is. That's where FIFA is. So, man, that area has exploded. That's where I went to Cosm and all those other things. Inglewood, Hollywood Park. It's very nice. Even ESPN is getting the hell out of downtown LA and moving. And Mr. X Southwest, is Mr. X going somewhere sometime soon? Does that place start with an L and end with an S? I don't know. I do know, but you guys could figure it out. So, yeah, even ESPN is moving over to Hollywood Park. That's good news for the Mr. X. I'll tell you why later. The NBA Summer League, get some of the sports stuff out of the way because there's NBA Summer League is starting, and there's a new rule that I think that they're going to try out. I know they're going to try it out in the Summer League that I think is interesting. It's kind of almost reminds me of the XFL a little bit. That's the league where they actually pay players, but the one that I like. But here's the thing: the NBA Summer League is testing out this rule to kind of. By the way, we'll get into LeBron James leaving too, but that the Summer League is going to do a special thing for foul shots. So if you're fouled on a three-pointer, you get 3 shots in the NBA. Well, now you get 1 shot, but 1 shot is worth 3 points at the foul line. If you're driving and you miss the layup or you miss the 2-pointer and you have 2 foul shots, instead of shooting 2, you shoot 1, but it's worth 2. And obviously, if it's an and 1, that's 1. You shoot 1, you get 1. So if you get fouled from the 3-point line, 1 shot, and this will speed things up instead of shooting 3 foul shots, could be worth 3 points. I think it's pretty interesting. I don't know. It might speed games up a little bit, but it also is, I don't know. It's kind of like the pitch clock in baseball, maybe a necessity, but it should be interesting. I'm not a big Summer League fan, but we'll see. We'll see if this helps the game or not, and that's a good place to test it. What closed in 2013? Oh, the horse track there? Oh, yeah, it closed a long time ago because they built Hollywood Park. The SoFi Stadium, Hollywood Park closed. The casino moved over to the right. So there's still kind of like an Indian casino over there, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, it's gone. Anyway, let's get back to this. It's closed. That's right. So LeBron James, he is out of LA too. He has informed the Los Angeles Lakers that he's gone. He's gone. And where will he go? Some people are saying the 76ers. They just had a big trade recently. That would be an interesting fit as he has never played for them. Some people are saying Cleveland. There's a lot of rumors. I doubt he'll go to Orlando, but there's a lot of rumors out there that he might play for another season or 2. So that should be interesting. Another thing, speaking of ESPN and some of these things, in the Lakers and all that, I saw Stephen A. Smith run his fucking yap. The guy's a fucking idiot. Let's just be honest here. Let's not bullshit. Why are you shit-talking the Lakers? Because the Lakers, and I didn't even really think about it this way, but the Lakers have 3, their best 3 players happen to be white. Luka, the kid, I can't remember the other 2 guys. Austin, whatever his name is, yada, yada. And then some scrub that's number 3. I mean, they're white, they're European white. I mean, whatever, but it's like, who gives a shit? He's like, tell me the last time there's been a great team that's been mostly white that's won anything. I mean, you're the reporter for ESPN, not the Mr. X, but maybe I should apply over there. Do we not remember Bird, McHale, Ainge with the Celtics in the 80s? Has it been that long? And who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? It's like, who's the most entertaining team? I can tell you this. Luka is like a top 3, top 5 player. And by the way, if they got Jokic, which I doubt the Lakers would get, they would have 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA, and they happen to be white. I mean, not that it fucking matters, but it's like, why would you bring that up, Stephen A. Smith? What's the matter with you? Get a fucking life. Because the thing is this. I want to see the Lakers be entertaining. I like to bet on Luka. All you got to do is bet him over the total. He's going to shoot and shoot and shoot. He's probably going to get it. But Stephen A. Smith, you're wrong, dude. Doesn't matter. It's just all about winning. Oh, by the way, LeBron maybe to Golden State. That would be interesting too. But I don't know. I don't know if he fits in there. We'll see. We will see. What's up, Kathy Fagan? She's here. Super stickers coming in. We'll read off a few of them real quick. Rainbow Melon, there she is. $9.99. She's a moderator. Thank you, Rainbow Melon. Speaking of moderators, there's Texas Granny, $20. And speaking of people who've been around a long time, Miss Texas, $20 super sticker. That's right. Thank you. And I know there's more coming in. There's some that came in since I'm only doing shows on Monday and Friday and maybe jump up on Johnny's on Wednesday. There's some that are coming in throughout the week. If you are here to listen to hater stuff, you're probably in the wrong place because this is my second show in a row. And maybe towards the end, maybe if I feel like it, maybe I'll talk about something. But if you're looking for that, or, I did talk to Eric Foss today via email, and that show came down. I am not asking anybody to strike anybody or anything for me, but I know people are. So that's that was a smart move on him. What's up to Amanda in Australia? She's over here too. So speaking of some other things, the summer is also for guess what? And I've been wanting to go one for a long time. They are. Summer is for water parks, okay? And there's always one dickhead at water parks that are always being, always trying to do a little bit more. Like I could tell you a story. Growing up near Tampa, there's a water park right across the street from Busch Gardens called Adventure Island. And we might have told this story before in the past, but there was a real fat guy that was somebody's parent, a guy named Toby. I don't remember Toby's last. I want to say McGuire, but that's not it. That's Spider-Man. But Toby had a father who was around my age. Wyatt Earp, by the way, coming in. He says, "What's up? What's up, Wyatt Earp? It's still snowing out there?" He comes in $10. Hope it's not snowing. But there was a guy, Toby had a father who was probably 400 pounds. He was like a big roly-poly guy, but they would have birthday parties at Adventure Island. And they used to have a water slide called Baratuba. Okay, you get on the tube, you go through the thing, and this guy was so fucking fat, and the water's like maybe that deep as you're going down the slide, that his fat ass was so big that the water was like gone. There was no friction to push him down. So his fat ass picks up the tube and starts walking down the Baratuba, and now people are coming behind him and cutting his legs out from underneath him. And imagine, you're a teenage girl, and you're coming down on that tube, and your tube cuts out the legs out of some 300-pound guy in the water. There's fingers, there's this. I mean, you could get hurt in a bunch of different ways. And this guy got beat up just coming down a water slide. But he was always trying to do tricks and impress people. I remember he fed a seagull a hot dog, and there are seagulls that far inland. The next thing I know, the seagulls are jumping down and eating kids' food and fucking swallowing them whole. You could see the hot dog going down their throat. But there's always that one guy in the party that is trying to impress people at water parks. That person is not usually me, because I'm not usually going to water parks. For some reason, I think they're dirtier now, too. I remember Adventure Island smelled like chlorine, like so bad. I mean, if you were dirty and you went in that chlorine, like let's say your fingernails are dirty, after one or two water slides, you were 100% clean, especially if you went down that giant water slide. That just basically cleans your asshole for you. I mean, you never have to take that's like a butt wipe. That's why these things aren't clean. But there's always some jagoff, that's trying to do something funny at a water park. And they didn't have these kind of water slides when I was a kid, that the one that you go down and then you go up and then you go to a different area. But, now people are jumping, and here, just check this out. I'll just take this off mute. So this guy here, he jumps up and he goes all the way up and he grabs the top. Okay? See how he grabs the top? Then he lets go. Now, here's a tandem one. And they try to do the same thing, and something bad happens. You know me, I like to see people get hurt. But this guy almost deserves it. Here it is. Now he goes up. He gets launched. He tries to grab. He tries to grab, and he gets that little intersection where you're supposed to go the opposite way. It turned him backwards. What a fucking idiot. So he comes down here, and he fucking hits he's lucky he didn't break his back on that bullshit. Yeah, that's very hardcore. That's right. Yeah, there's always one or two assholes like that do something like that at a water park. Then, then they put in new rules, and it ruins it for everybody else. It ruins it for me. And I'm not even going. I still want to go to that water park in Antelope Valley. It's called Dry Town, believe it or not. It's just so fucking hot up there. And I'm not even up there very long. Speaking of Antelope Valley, I might as well bring this up now. I know there's been a lot of talk out there by other people who don't necessarily like the Mr. X about Mr. X has security cameras out there. He's got security cameras everywhere. That is true. Well, I have also now hired my own security detail. As you guys know, that I have trail cameras and different security things all out there. But now I have a couple new friends out there that are taking care of everything for the Mr. X. Now you can see, look at this right here. This is the new friend. You go out to the Mr. X property and you might get met with this bull. I don't know if it's a bull or a mother cow that just happens to have horns, but look at the little friend that runs in. If you think I'm bullshitting, that was just a couple days ago. You want to go out there at 6 a.m.? You got the new security detail out there on the Mr. X property. Now, that little friend that runs out, I'll tell you what, that little baby bull, he'll run you over. That's actually a couple years ago, I got the Berna because there was a baby bull that was like stalking me almost. I don't want to shoot him. Now, this is a new bull. This is not the one from years ago. The baby one is the new baby. But he came out. He came out of nowhere. He was happy. Now, this doesn't look like a mother one. This looks like a bull that the calf is just hanging around. And sometimes these bulls I've read online get annoyed, but like they'll protect if it's there, or if it's any cow. But he does not like. He's like, come over here and take care of your kid, damn it. Yeah, he jumps in, and he's like, what are you doing? Very windy out there. Get out of here. Look at him. Look at him. Very cute. And Amanda, I do have a new friend that I talked about that is out in Australia. So watch out for that security. We'll get back to the Australian thing here in a second. That security is out there. The detail is out there. And if you show up out there, I don't think any of you will, you never know who you might run into or who might run into you. It might be a baby bull. It might be the Mr. X. I tell you what, the people that run the cattle out there, they are very particular about people being out there. There used to be signs up, armed guards, trespassers will be shot. Not by me, but I tell you what, there's also some, wild animals out there, coyotes, and I've seen bobcats. I've never seen a mountain lion. And they'll get that baby calf if they can. Enough of them will. But sounds like you like the cow? You like him? It's cute. Oh, you're ready? Amanda from Australia is ready for the friend. Okay, we'll get to that. I don't know where I have the friend listed. So I got it coming up here in a little bit. In 3 more. Something crazy happened in the U.S., Amanda. Now, I know you're not going to understand this because you're in a different country. Adele, you're not going to understand this. You're in a different country. Tingle Boos, you guys are in my favorite non-American English-speaking countries. I don't have any order. Canada, Australia, and the UK. Now, if I had to choose one, obviously I would probably want to be closest to the United States, so I probably would choose Canada, but that fucking cold is not for me. So just if living life in the United States is not part of it, I would have to choose Australia because of the weather. I know it's desert and yada, yada. It's a big country. It's like its own continent, but I would have to choose Australia. And I don't know. It just seems like I see English people and they seem to be annoyed by Americans. And Canadians, they're kind of laid back and chill, but it seems like Australians are really I've never met anybody from Australia that I can remember. Well, Lincoln Kane's a drunk, so that doesn't count. But, that's really a dick. Even Lincoln Kane wasn't really a dick. He was just a guy with a problem. So South Africa, yeah, that's true. That's one of them. That's a good point, Eric. I didn't think about them. What are some other, New Zealand's one? I don't know. I would rather be in Australia because it's bigger and it's got more stuff. But it seems like they got more filmmaking stuff in there. New Zealand, granted, Lord of the Rings and all that kind of stuff. I think the one that I wouldn't choose is South Africa. You go out there, you get run over by a fucking rhino. You get bit by a great white or something. I'm not okay with that. Plus, Australia's got like weird animals that don't exist anywhere else. So you'll see that in a minute. So Allie says, I always want to go to Oz. Well, then you need to go to the Sphere and go see the Wizard of Oz in Vegas. You could go to Oz in Las Vegas. It's called the MGM Grand. Just don't expect any buffets over there because they're not going to fucking feed you. Also, getting back to the problem, I got into a rant about different areas in the United States and around the country. Yes, something bad has happened. It happened on July 1st. Yes. And this is courtesy of a dear friend who lives in Florida, and he is very upset, but this is a new thing. It is true. What is listed here in the red are places that now Pornhub has been blocked as of July 1st. Yes, this is a thing. Now, thank God, places like California, Nevada, New Mexico, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, New York, Chicago, Illinois, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin. I don't know about New Jersey, DC, Maryland, Northeast. Yes. Now, Ohio, Iowa, Louisiana, I'm not sure what the restrictions are, but they passed some fucking law. They passed some stupid fucking law. And, I like Texas. I like Louisiana. I like Florida. I like the Carolinas. I don't know about any of these other states. I'm not a big fan of Mississippi or Alabama. Tennessee's okay. Not a big fan of Arkansas or Oklahoma, but I don't know anything about them either. But I can tell you that it's bullshit to be an American citizen, and now they want you to say, I'm above 18, or the real block is they want you to send in your ID. Who the fuck's going to send their ID into Pornhub so they can go watch, you know what? I wouldn't do that, but I don't have to because I am in a state that cares about I got to pay a lot of taxes, but at least I can watch Pornhub. Abortion is not illegal here. It's perfect weather all the time. And you can watch your Pornhub. So that's what you get. But there's homeless everywhere. There's homeless everywhere. And speaking of non-homelessness, I saw a thing recently that Disneyland out here is actually having a deal. This actually isn't a bad idea because I talk a lot about the theme parks. $59, 5 p.m. for California Adventure. There's California Adventure and Disneyland. They're on each side of each other. And so I think 5 p.m. you enter California Adventure. They close at 10. You got 5 hours, $59. Or you can go to Disneyland. They close at midnight during the summer, 7 p.m. to midnight. It's not bad. 5 hours for $60. At least gives you a chance to walk around. And if you're parking down the way, that's not too bad. So I wonder how many people will use that and actually go to Disneyland for the last 5 hours the park is open during the summer. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if I would do it, but it's actually not that bad of a price. So what's up, Donkey Dick? I need a snack. Good, get one. Okay. So that's that. July 1st, other than losing Pornhub in some states, I'm sure many of you guys don't watch Pornhub. I'm more of an X videos guy. Mr. X goes to X videos. I don't go to Pornhub. The reason I don't like Pornhub is because they got a little squiggly thing at the bottom. And like as things get bigger in the scene or hotter in the scene, let's just say, it'll go up. Like they have that on YouTube almost. Then it goes down after you know what. Well, it kind of ruins the surprise of what might be going on in the scene. I don't want that because then I know wherever it's going up, like the views are going up, then it's going down. I know that that's the peak of some moment. And I might not want to watch that peak. But a lot of people are talking about that. But so, yeah, X videos doesn't do that. And I don't know. I mean, there's tons of other sites, but that guy in Florida is very upset. That's what you get for moving. Yes, that's a spoiler for you. July 1st is also Bobby Bonilla Day. I don't know if you guys remember Bobby Bonilla played for the Mets. It's something we talk about every year on July 1st. Man, it has to do with Bernie Madoff and a lot of things. They owed him $5.6 million. The Mets did. And the owner at the time was like, shit, we don't want to pay it to him. So this genius agent, he also did it when Bobby Bonilla played with the Orioles, stretched the payments out over like 20 years or something like that. Bobby Bonilla hasn't played like, I don't know, maybe it's 25 years, but he hasn't played a decade plus, maybe even more. And he's still getting paid. Every July 1st, Bobby Bonilla gets paid from the Orioles and the Mets. And the owner figured I will pay 8% more to Bobby Bonilla over these times, but I got this great investment with Bernie Madoff that will pay me 10%, so I'll make money. You didn't make money. You lost. And Bobby Bonilla is like 70 and still getting paid. 190 watching us live. That's right. So, so much for saying people only have 120. So Bobby Bonilla Day. Now, let's get to the special friend. Let me set this up. So, there is a special friend out there that I meet. Give me a second here. And this special friend is called a quokkas. Have you ever heard of a quokkas? You know what that is? Now, don't ruin this, Amanda. Don't ruin it. Now, this friend is only available and only could be seen on the western part, the Lincoln Kane side of Australia. I mean, that would be like saying it's in California only. But there are things in California that there aren't on the East Coast and things on the East Coast that are on the West Coast of the United States. But I saw this video, and like this man in this video, I felt very much the same. So this thing says, please do not feed the quokkas. No matter what they say to you, do not feed these little friends. Here it is. Look at him. He's there. Look. You cover. Just like this guy's about to say next, I would have to feed. If I was walking in LA, I'd like to feed the squirrels, the little dog, the squirrel. I wish the coyotes were more tame because I'd try to feed them too. But if there was a place like this, and I would have to do what this guy says in this video. If there's some jail time associated or some type of fine, there's a little friend like this. There ain't no quokkas in Los Angeles. Look at this friend. He pops up. Look at him. He would be getting some kind of treat from the Mr. X. Look, he's hanging. It doesn't even look real. What do they got down there, Amanda? What the fuck is this? Now listen to this guy's little commentary.
I'm gonna get locked up because I'm gonna feed that motherfucker.
That's me too. I would feed it too. I would get locked up. I don't know who this guy is, but he's speaking the truth. He's very similar to the Mr. X.
First of all, I'm gonna sit there and have a full-blown conversation with him. His name gonna be Frank.
He said his name's gonna be Frank. That's okay. I don't think there's too many Franks in Western Australia, but you never know.
And I'm gonna feed him. I'm gonna feed him. I'm gonna do whatever he want. Motherfucker want a Whopper, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, if he wants a Whopper, he's gonna get it. Yeah, that's the way I'd probably go too. I don't know. A little one wanted to be a friend. Now, I got to ask this question because I saw that. It's like America's Funniest Home Videos. Amanda, have you ever seen, and I know you're on the opposite side, that would be like saying, Mr. X, have you ever seen this in New York City? And I never fucking been there. I know it's a big country. Have you ever met a quokkas? Or however the fuck you say it? Have you ever met a friend like that? And if you can go and meet a friend like that, yes, native to Australia. If you've ever met a friend like that, I want some video of it. I want to see it. And if possible, I would like to see you pick him up and pet him, maybe snuggle him. I don't know. But I want to see some video of somebody that we know. And we don't know too many people in Australia anymore. We used to know a lot. But that you got to get some video of a quokkas. I don't even know if I've ever seen one of those fucking things in a zoo. That looks like something from a Disney movie. It doesn't even look real. I don't know. I like quokkas. Now I got to look next time I go to a zoo to see if they have them. Might be a special trip. Speaking of great little things, I have found out via a friend that there is a special island. I know this is going to sound crazy. There is a Greek island called, this is my little animal section. I did my sports section. Now we go to the animal section. There is a Greek island called Syros, Syros, where animal lovers can live for free in exchange for caring for the island's many stray cats. This would be perfect for Janelle. Janelle, you should be in fucking Syros, Greece. The nonprofit organization Syros Greece runs the popular volunteer program that offers free accommodations and utilities, and sometimes meals, in return for volunteers that help take care of the island's estimated 3,000 stray cats by feeding them and cleaning shelters. Now, I'm moving. I tell you what, though, this would be a very nice place to live. I don't know if this is AI. I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm assuming it's real because it's on the internet, and everything on the internet is real. Volunteers typically stay in a shared house near the GNC with private bathrooms. Okay, but that sounds like something you could do if you're backpacking or going out there. It looks like a nice place. I don't know. I don't like old. I like new. But to get room and board to be able to take care of cats, I don't know. I like cats. Why not? Maybe not. I don't know. I'd rather take care of a quokka. That's right. You can get a wallaby. Yeah, the quokka's cute though. I guess all those kangaroos though, they're scary. The koalas seem kind of mean. I don't know. It's just odd. Cats are cute. Yes. Rainbow Melon definitely seems like a cat person to me. So I mentioned the new friend on the property. I mentioned that stuff about babies and all this kind of stuff. This is just a little viral video that I saw pop up, and I thought it was cute because I always talk about the child that when I was younger and I heard him, he was in the grocery store. Because unlike some other people, I've had jobs all my life. I got tenure. That's why you got those free hotel rooms, not because I was washing dishes. And I know I haven't worked there in a long time. But if you want to look up, and you know who I'm talking about, you want to look it up and see if a person with tenure can give friends and family something for free. That was dumb to say that because you got removed real quick, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the point is, I used to see little kids when I worked another one of my many jobs over my life that I've talked about for 3 or 4 years. They always say, I want McDonald's. I want the Happy Meal. I want the French fries, right? So there's a dad out there. The kid likes the nuggets. He likes the French fries. But the dad is like, I'm going to give you something new. I'm going to give you something different. I'm going to give you Arby's. Now, I like Arby's, but this little kid does not like. He thinks it looks like a turd or something to this kid. This little kid does not like. So this dad, sometimes he gives him, look at him, he does not like. Every time he gets the Arby's, he's crying. I don't want the Arby's. I want McDonald's. He's not happy about it. Look, this dad just tries to feed the kid continuously Arby's, and the kid goes nuts. Maybe it's even a she. I don't know. He or she. Look at this bad one. Now, when he gets McDonald's, he's happy. He wants McDonald's. He loves the McDonald's. I don't know what this part is about Popeyes, but he does not. When he goes into the Arby's, he gets very upset. There's his McDonald's. Look, that's okay. It's probably worse for you than the Arby's. There's no crying. I'll tell you what, that's McDonald's marketing 101. I mean, they got the marketing down. And the kid, he likes the McDonald's. No, look, he got scared. He got scared. The kid was all happy to get the Happy Meal. He knows the routine. And then, what's this? Bang! He's like, no, I don't want that. That's gross. Now, for people who don't know what Arby's is, who aren't in the United States, Arby's, it's fast food like McDonald's is, but it only sells roast beef sandwiches. It's very weird. And either you're really into it or you're not. I mean, it's kind of a dying food chain, I think, to an extent. There's only one around here, and it's actually by that giant Randy's donut. Yeah, it's got the giant donut above the store. You see it all the time in different movies and all that. But there's one Arby's over there. It's actually by a very creepy sex shop. But that I got a photo of me walking into from 15, 20 years ago. Next thing you know, somebody's going to say that I worked there too. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I worked at Arby's for their, what do they have? Those like little cakes that are like potato cakes. Man, those are good. I don't know. That's just what I like. I was shocked at the size. Arby's has shakes. Okay, yeah, I mean, I forgot large as fuck. Yeah, I mean, some people like Arby's. But the little kids, they don't like Arby's. They don't want that. Turks and Caicos, which is a Greek island, shelters called Pot Cake Place, Canine Rescue. So they got one too. Okay. French dip is good. But that's something. French dip was invented in LA. That's something that like a little child's not going to take a sandwich and go, put it in au jus sauce. I remember seeing a kid one time. I want edamame. I was like, how the fuck does that kid even know what edamame is? He's at a grocery store. you know. So I don't know, but these kids, they try different things. Not as good as Philippe's. I've told the story, Eric Murphy. Philippe's is a place that's right across the freeway from the Dodger Stadium. And they have that hot mustard and those pickled deviled eggs and the French dip. There's two places in LA that both say that they started the French dip sandwich. I've only been to Philippe's. I can't remember the other one. It was about to go out of business. Thanks, Karen Bass. Fucking horrible. But, and that one was downtown LA. Philippe's is like kind of catty corner to, I don't know, what would it be? Like Chinatown? I've only ever been there one time. But I tell you what, that mustard they have, I stole some of the mustard out of there. Just stole the whole bottle, just put it underneath my shirt and fucking left. It's good shit. Actually, I think I've been there twice. Only been to a Dodgers game like 2 or 3 times too. I'm not usually over on that side of town. I don't know if Johnny and them are over there either. That's like a little bit like northeast of downtown, kind of. Well, Chavez Ravine would be a little bit northwest, but you get the point. Baby does not like the Arby's sandwich. I don't like it either. No, I do like Arby's. You know, Mr. X has also come up with another ability. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I have now been able to read minds. Yes, I am reading minds. I'm doing this a lot. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, some of you are old enough or not. Maybe you're not. Remember Dick Van Dyke? He's like 100 years old now. He's like dirt old. And he's got a wife. He's literally 100 years old. Like, I'm not making this shit up. His wife is 54. And I said I could read minds. And Dick Van Dyke seems to be like pretty coherent. But like I said, you know, when you get to 100, you're 100 years old. You're not going to be in the best health in the world or anything. You're 100. You know, I don't know what would happen if he took an infusion of like stem cells. He might wake up and perk up a little bit. But like I said, I could read minds and I could read her mind. 54. Imagine I'm 47. So that means if he's 100, he's 46 years older than me. I'm sorry, 46 years older than her. That would be like if I turned 100, whoever my wife would be when I turn 100, this is how creepy this is. She would be 1 year old right now. That's what we got going on here. But I guess it doesn't matter when you get to 54. So there it is. Now, I can read the minds. Mr. X has a lot of abilities. And I could read her mind. And what she is saying is, how much longer? How much longer till I get the money? I want the money now. Please. You know, I want to go out. I'm 54. I want to meet other men. Yeah, I dated Dick Van Dyke years ago, was married to him, but now I got a bunch of money. You know, that's what how much longer? Until I get the fucking money. That's what I'm reading. So I have special gifts just like Mr. Miles. And yes, it's very obvious by the body language. She's hoping to get the money real quick. I don't know. That's what I see. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong way. Let me get back into the chat here, see what's going on here, make myself small. I had a nice conversation with Mean Green the other day, and people do ask the Mr. X for advice, and she said something like, what do you have, any suggestions for Johnny's show? And I said, you're asking me a question, you're going to get an hour-long call. I said, Johnny can always, reach out to me or PZ or this or that. You know what my suggestion would be? Number one, I would get rid of the chat link, the pinned link of the StreamYard link. Because now anybody can come in the back chat, and it's a little bit more work, and Johnny does this at times too. I would only send it to people that you want to have come up. Email it to them. That way nobody can come in the back chat. Nobody can infiltrate your show. You got moderators, and it's not going to turn into an argument or anything. That would be one. The other thing is, and everybody likes Adele and all that stuff, if you're going to come up on the show, you got to have good audio. Because, we want to hear from Adele when she's not, tipping the cup back too much. But the problem is this. If the audio isn't good, then it kind of can hurt a conversation. But you want to hear her. And we've had this with Rainbow Melon or people that are on cell phones. So I'm not calling anybody out specifically. But that could happen. You get in a scenario, you just can't hear them, and it could kind of hurt a conversation a little bit. Those were my two main things. I don't think they're doing anything wrong other than that. And that could always, see, Johnny says, I agree. And the other thing, Johnny, is I would suggest blocking people on your phone so they're not texting you and you're not getting knocked off of what your train of thought is, or you don't feel that it's necessary to respond. Because Johnny had the show Wednesday night and things got a little bit ugly over there. And, I did hear about a show about Eric Foss today. I did not see it. I was told that it was put on some kind of paywall behind the paywall. I heard there were a lot of threats in this and that and demands, something about getting 13%. That's not going to happen. That's ridiculous. Because I can tell you this, the idea that the OTT would get 25% is guess whose idea. It was his idea. And every 6 or 8 months, they would send an email saying, is this still okay? Which is agreed upon. So I guess somebody out there is saying that they're owed money. There are emails back and forth of it being agreed upon because it was your idea. And I told them that. I mean, I wouldn't have come up with the idea otherwise. It was your idea, right? So I don't think that that's going to happen. And I know that you haven't been in Atlanta, Georgia for 30 years. And when you were there, you were only there for 6 months. So you don't really know anybody there. I don't believe you have a lot of money. So I don't see how you could sue anybody. And I will say this, I didn't want to get into too much hater stuff, but there were some things said back and forth about the Space Cadet. You could mention it at the 55-minute mark if you want to go tell the Space Cadet. See, that's the great thing about actual court when you show up, Space Cadet, is you could say whatever you want here on YouTube. But if you actually have the courage to show up, then, and only then, do you have the opportunity to prove something. If you feel like you have something to prove, so let's not forget, Space Cadet, that your claim or lawsuit, or however you want to put it, was done for copyright infringement. Not about who owns what, or who said this, or who said that. So you try to twist it a little bit. The interesting thing is, on June 24th, somebody told you that they would be there that Saturday, and you're not talking about that. They weren't there. I could prove that. But the thing is, you got to prove it in court. And you didn't have the courage to show up and prove it in court. You cowered out. You opted out. And it essentially destroyed your channel. Wasn't my doing, wasn't my thought. The biggest thought was, between everybody, was for you to stop your copyright infringement. And that's clearly what it did. You stopped your copyright infringement. You tucked your tail between your legs and you ran off. And guess who introduced me to that process server that served your daughter legally? The court accepted it, or the 3-person tribunal accepted it. You know who did? He did. So you might be buddy-buddy with him now because you're dying for content. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of that was set up by him. I mean, he's in the same state, so of course he would know that. Yes, he had some guy out there that would pick up cars or do something. I can't really remember it. And he knew somebody. The person that he knew that lady. There's like a mutual person that they knew, and that's how they got in touch. And then that was sent down to me. Don't believe it? See, that's the great thing about court. And the other great thing about court is this, specifically with this thing in July, win, lose, or draw. And I don't, I don't plan on talking about this person down there anyway. So even if something happened where somebody lost, we're not talking about him anyway. What do they got? A piece of paper? What does that mean? What danger has come to that person since, before then, or afterwards? Nothing. So we're not really worried about that. We're going in anytime we go in, unlike Leanne. Oops, the Space Cadet. We go in to win. And we got our backs protected on everything else. And anybody who's talking about restreaming it, I don't agree with that. I'm not part of that. I suggest people don't even be part of it. I've suggested it before on the OTT. But I tell you this, Space Cadet, the place to prove things is in court. Not on YouTube. Not on YouTube. Because anybody can twist anything they want. He doesn't have the courage to show up. He'll never want to see the inside of the courtroom. You sure about that? Sound like that you were that person, not me. And if you would have shown up, and it's not about who owns what, if you'd have shown up, you'd have lost. And you'd have lost $5,000. And don't think for a second that I'm not able to check any county in Ohio or even Los Angeles County, because I was told that somebody was checking into me in Los Angeles County. So I can tell you this. I spent the $1 that it cost to look up a name in Los Angeles County, and I saw nothing put in since 2001, which is a case that your buddy up there, a little bit northeast of Chavez Ravine, put in and lost. So there is nothing new. It doesn't say that there couldn't be anything new in a couple weeks, but, you know, we don't bite on these kind of bluffs. That's the truth. So there you go. Says Johnny Yarbrough. There's Kathy. What's up, Kathy? Let me come bring some stuff down here, getting into the hour mark. I'm starting to get sweaty already in this mask, and I could get a little bit more organized. I think I smell a skunk that might have gone by or something. I got my phone lines open too. It's 310-741-0845. I wanted to share something with you. I'm going to bring this down. So I wanted to take the mask off so I can share this with you as we're 1 hour in of a special friend that, you know, speaking of this, you know, people talking about recording court cases and all that stuff. Well, I spoke to a special friend today, and, you know, there was some words and I didn't hear it. And I talked to you guys about me talking about somebody that's coming, that is backing around and all that stuff. Somebody you guys know from the past. And I'm going to bring this up this way so you could see it. This special person that came back in, you know, and this was done, and you can see it here at 2:34 p.m. is Gina from Minnesota. Mr. X spoke to her today, and I got a chance to talk to her about some things, specifically about Tyrone. What's going on with Tyrone? And I asked her permission, you know, if I could record it. And I asked her permission if she was doing any new paintings. That's why I got the Mr. X painting behind me today. I heard she's not doing any new artwork. But some people said that she might be potentially, or try to lean towards the idea that this woman might be doing some artwork of some court case. Sounds to me like she hasn't talked to anybody in a long time, except for maybe Tyrone. This is a couple minutes. I'm going to zip through it just so you can hear it. It's about 4.5 minutes. But Gina might be here in the chat. I welcomed her over here. I think Tyrone had a hip replacement here. You know, birthday or whatever, you know?
I was actually just going to the grocery store.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Now I'm recording. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just pulled into the parking lot at the grocery store because I was going to get some watermelon and, you know, just the regular 4th of July staples.
Yes, of course.
And you know, and I was going to go back home, and I was thinking about streaming some 4th of July stuff and about how we actually, or how the national anthem became our national anthem and the story behind it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Gina from Minnesota talking to the Mr. X. You know, obviously, I'm recording to tape. You know. Oh, that's okay. And
that's fine.
And here's the thing. So number one, Tyrone is still around.
No. Oh no. Tyrone is not around.
He's still snooping around. How we put it that way? He's still snooping around.
Still sniffing around.
Well, just tell me real quick. What did he say? Like, what's been going on? Because people, you know, I'm on YouTube. I got a monetized channel. People want to know what happened with you and Tyrone. What's happening right now?
Okay, so we were friends, but he just can't. Ever since I kind of left the show, I was trying to really leave the show. Not only I had other things on my plate, and I was trying to get rid of the Tyrone aspect of it.
Right. I mean, he was always cool to me till the very end, but you know.
Yeah, no, he's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. The guy is a wonderful, wonderful man. But he has it. I don't want to say anything bad about him because he loves almost too much.
When's the last time you've seen him, like in person? Years?
No. It was a couple weeks. Well, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Because
he's doing the whole cat routine.
Hip surgery because he's crippled.
Yeah, he had some. Yeah, he had some issues. But I heard those hip surgeries help out a lot.
Well, yeah, he was hurt. He had to get both his hips replaced.
Ugh.
So I kind of helped him through that. The last surgery that he had, they ended up breaking his femur.
Ugh.
And during the surgery, so he ended up in the hospital or at the VA for like a month, a little over a month. So I had to go feed his cat. And
so that's how he draws you in. Hey, come and feed my cats, Gina. Come and this and that. All right, let me ask you a few rapid fire questions. Number one, have you spoke to anybody on the OTT, like Texas Granny? Have you heard from anybody anybody at all? Like I haven't even spoke to you in a while.
Queen will show up on my streams once in a while.
Queen of Ossian, very nice lady. Queen of Ossian, she's a nice lady. Yeah, Queen of Ossian, yeah.
Yeah, she'll stop by, and Farmer Fred, he stops by.
I forgot about him. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, he stopped by my streams, but
he was over here earlier.
No, I really don't. I see occasionally, like on my YouTube feed, once in a while, like I'll see a lip thing, or I'll see girl Ryan.
I want to guess who's friends.
It's pretty funny. I don't know.
She's. I tell you what, she's a lowlife. Be careful of that woman. I don't know if you know this story or not, but all the stuff that apparently, allegedly, and I don't know, but all right. So I'm going to stop it there. Where I start talking about Bob's house and yada yada, and some names were mentioned. But yeah, Gina from Minnesota, she's back. She's back with a Mr. X, and she's still online. She never went. I mean, I guess if there's one person that comes to mind about Trump and politics and all that kind of stuff, it would be Gina. She's the only person that we know, for people who have been or haven't been around, that was at the insurrection. Yes, she was there. Gina, the phone lines are on. You're welcome to call in. Would love to hear from you. We did hear a little bit, but yes, Gina's back. But it's been, and I'm not the one who chased her away. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing to her. So I remember somebody was talking about calling her work or something like that. That wasn't me. I didn't do nothing. And I hear it ringing. There it is. Fuck. Phone line, there you go. What's up? We're live.
Hey, I got to tell you guys, you're not going to believe this. So it's funny that you brought up the January 6th stuff and the insurrection stuff.
Yeah. I
recently posted some of that old footage and videos and pictures from January 6th on my Facebook. And it's a public Facebook. Anybody can go and see it. It's Guns Gina in Minnesota. And I kid you not, it's like setting off a bomb. I got so much hate. People calling me a traitor, and oh my God, so
a lot of people are attacking. I mean, you were in a newspaper article, a news outlet thing, and everything for that.
Oh yeah, I know. And you know what I did? I fuck, I want to get paid for this shit, because it was kind of going viral in my area. And so I'm like, I'm going to monetize this. I made like $5 already.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things are going on in Minnesota, with the governor and, Tampon Tim. Is that Minnesota?
Mike Lindell.
Mike Lindell's going to run against him. I don't know. He's pretty far out there, but I mean, I don't know how conservative or how liberal Minnesota is, but
oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know what the chances are.
Invaded by, do you really want to hear this?
Yeah, just real quick. I don't want to hear
invaded by the country of Somalia.
Yep.
And it's national news. I think everybody kind of knows it. I live it. I work it. I mean, we all know that, those who shall not be named, was doxing me and telling people where I was working and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah, I do work for the Minneapolis Post Office. Everybody can know that if they want to. I am not an advocate. I'm not a spokesperson for the post office. whatsoever. No, I don't deliver mail. No, I don't.
Well, apparently
sell
I'm a
stamps or
busboy and I wash dishes. That's what he's saying about me.
Yeah. And so, I'll tell you, Minneapolis. Did you know? I wanted to call you and actually tell you that because I heard you talking a little bit about this stuff. Pornhub. Just so you know, it's part of Minnesota school curriculum now. And
Pornhub is?
Yeah, oh yeah. Lee Finke is one of our representatives here in Minnesota, and he's a tranny. He's a
well,
tranny.
Whoa, hold on, be careful.
I'm sorry, I can't say that.
Yeah, be careful on YouTube with that.
Oh, I forgot. I can't say that.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No, I'm not upset, but I'm just, they're looking to strike. Minnesota's not one of those states that has.
It's not a false statement. He is in Minnesota.
He's a transgender person, I guess you're saying.
And he believes that school-age children need to access queer porn. I got a clip of it somewhere.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to walk that road. This isn't the OTT, but
right. I know. I'm just telling you the truth. It's all out there. It's all public information, and they just legalized bathhouses in Minneapolis.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess good for whoever's going to use that.
Apparently, they're only for gays, but apparently, I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what.
Well, usually bathhouses aren't. If there was a place where straight guys could, go have sex with women, I think it would be a very, highly sought after place. So yeah, there is no male straight equivalent for bathhouses that I know that exists.
Why do they get preference if they're gay?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a preference.
Who's hetero go in and
you could if you want to.
That's so gross.
Well, that's your opinion.
My parents fought to get those bans in the 80s.
Fought where?
The bans on
fought
nudie bars and stuff that were in St. Paul, Minneapolis. Minneapolis was the only one that kept the nudie bars, and we had one that was kind of grandfathered in St. Paul.
Sure.
But the other ones had to get they were nudie movie houses and stuff like that, X-rated theaters and stuff. There was so many Johns trolling the neighborhood, and so much a crime that was happening in the area that the neighbors, in the ghetto, the neighbors got together and got these bans.
This is exactly. So you and I are probably going to be on the different side of the spectrum here, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but look, this is why I like the Nevada aspect of it. It's got to be legalized, and if it's legalized and regulated like brothels are, then it's a. There could be marijuana everywhere. But, people can't have sex or do what they want with their body. And I don't care if it's, if they're doing gay or straight or whatever, but let them go do whatever they want. It's not hurting me.
Tinder and shit's for, man. They don't need to be doing it at a freaking club and spreading their seed everywhere. Come on. That's just gross. I bet you it's going to smell like ass.
All right. What else you got? Okay, this is why you've been gone. All right. What else you got? All right.
I forgot what else I was going to tell you, but
something about Tyrone, real quick, because I want to move on to before.
Yeah, no, he's recovering. I have him blocked though. I don't talk to him because he thinks that since I left the show, me and him, I tried to go my separate way, but he just shows up and has showed up for like the last 3 years. I would do stuff with him and hang out with him But
you're letting him stay in. You're letting him stay in.
No, not anymore. I cut him off completely.
Well, here's the thing.
Except for the whole when he was stuck in the VA for a month. What are you going to do? Let his cat die? No, you ain't going to let his cat die. You're going to go take care of that. I love that.
He doesn't have any family or anybody that could take care of his cat. You got to do it.
His folks are like 88 to 89 years old.
Yeah,
they can barely function themselves. So his sisters are taking care of mom and dad.
Okay.
And, the VA, they take care of you really well. Really, really well. He had it made there.
Sure.
So he stayed there for about a little over a month. He got home, I think it was 2-3 weeks ago. And I haven't talked to him since. And I don't plan on it. I made sure he had everything he needed when he got home. And
tell him we said what's up if you talk to him. Don't be a stranger over here. Come on over here. People still remember you and like you. But let me tell you this before you go.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing more gay than the Magic Castle in Hollywood. That's about it. You guys, that's where you guys were hanging out. You're hanging out at the Magic Castle.
It was cool, actually. It was pretty neat. It was
All right.
actually really cool. It's swanky, though.
All right, get out of here. Fucking, there's nothing more gay than the Magic Castle. Let me make my Peter disappear. I don't care what you go do, but we almost went down a rocky road there. Gina from Minnesota, there she is. She's back. There, Gina, I still got it. Look. Gina painted this beautiful painting of the Mr. X, as you probably recognize this from maybe the most famous Mr. X show, Mr. X, the Toe Show. And this is from a real photograph. It used to be the Avatar. I think I still got the photo here, the real life photo that you could see the, well, you see this, and then you see this. Put it up there, monkey. There you go. There's the real life Mr. X. And then, of course, here is the painting. Now, this is like a Da Vinci level painting. This is probably worth $44,000. I don't know. But it's worth a lot to the Mr. X. I have another one somewhere up there, too. But let's keep it there. Don't move. Thank you, Gina, for calling in. Woo! Phone. Speaking of, I wanted to mention this, too, before I forget about it. Steffi sent me in a place to prank. We were talking about her job and stuff like that. I did not get around to doing that this week. I mean, it made me do a little work to figure out who it is. I'm just better off just being given a phone number. But I will eventually get to that. I haven't forgot about it. I got your messages. I read them all. She's really into the Mr. X. But yeah, that's Gina from Minnesota. So moving on, I got a few more things here, and then I'll open everything back up and catch back up everybody online. I keep getting information over and over and over again about Prim Valley, and I keep talking about it. The California Lotto store at the state line's open, and Prim is going to be reopening. Buffalo Bills will be open for special events. Whiskey Pete's that I drove around with the hover cart will stay closed, and that will open up in the next few weeks. So pretty crazy. Also, some other things that I saw that were crazy. Chris Johnson of the Titans. Remember him? He was a hell of an athlete. He has ALS, man, and it's bad. That ALS is so scary. And I don't know how it hits you, but it's just terrifying looking. And I mean, he's already, you saw Mongo McMichaels get real skinny, and it's just like a deadly, terrifying disease. And this guy's only 39. He's already got it. He's already starting to get like the skinniness. He's confined to a wheelchair, and it's just, it's scary, man. If any one thing was, I could legalize any one thing in the United States, it would be the usage of stem cells. I don't know if that would help this, probably wouldn't, but you never know. Instead of having the people to go to places like Tijuana or Colombia, I mean, we got the best doctors in the world. I mean, this guy can only communicate now. Look at how skinny he is, with his eyes. It's just sad, and this guy was a tremendous, tremendous athlete. I forgot he wasn't even in the league anymore. Still got all his hair and all that, but that's like one of those that you can't really get out of. I know that Gina from Minnesota is always talking about Dr. Kevorkian, but you never know. It's just sad. So anyway, it is what it is. It's a brutal disease. That's right. I agree with you, Gina. It's just, I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up, and I just saw it, and I was like, but I don't want to end on that because it's so terrifying. But it did make me think of this. This guy had a little video, getting back to something that's a little bit lighter and not as crazy, is the 4th of July fireworks. If you guys end up shooting any fireworks off, don't blow your hand off, but, send me something that's cool. But I know people have sent me stuff before in the past, and I couldn't see anything. This is the kind of video that I'm looking for. It's like Steffi in Nevada, somebody like this, where you go and show me something that you're getting. Like, look at all these fucking fireworks in here. This guy's going to get some smoke bombs, then you got to light something off. I mean, that's the thing here. I mean, they got all kinds of shit here. I don't know where this place is, but I'll tell you what, Americans spend a lot of money on 4th of July. There's no place like this in Los Angeles, obviously, because they're not legal. I mean, people still blow them off, but you got to be careful if you do. This guy got a whole video of just Wake the Bear. of nothing but fireworks. I remember they had places like this in Nevada. They probably still do. This guy's filling up. He's getting everything. He's buying one every. This shit ain't cheap. I mean, this guy's got more groceries and more fireworks than some people got groceries. I mean, that could be like $300 or $400 right there. Little J's Fireworks. Let's see. Little J's Fireworks. Where the fuck is that at? Probably somewhere in Nevada or like Nebraska. Little J's Fireworks. Looks like it's in Missouri. They close at 10 p.m. Give me 1 second here. Just give them a call real quick and see if they have something that I'm looking for. The Jesse Pinkman. I want to see if they have it. This is in Missouri. Make a quick little call. I think they're still open. They're open till 10. Fuck! I did dial it wrong? I dialed the wrong number. Do it again. Do it again, monkey. Hurry up. Okay, we'll bring it up here. It is, I'm not going to say it out loud. Jesse Pinkman.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Xavier. About fireworks.
Fireworks, Jason.
Hey, just curious. Do you guys have? I'm looking for a few things and I can't find anything online. You guys have the Jesse Pinkman?
No.
You guys don't carry that?
What?
The Jesse Pinkman firework. You guys don't have that? This isn't Little J's?
The little 200 gram?
Yeah, the little small one.
I've got Pikmin, yes.
Pinkman.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, I said Jesse Pinkman because that's the character's name. All right, there's another one that came out this year that was kind of like a Roman candle, and it looks like almost like a launcher. It almost looks like a Gatling gun. You know what? I don't know what it's called. I've seen it on YouTube.
There's several different. One of them's called Machine Gun Kelly.
That's it.
We do not have any. Yep, we do not have any of those.
Okay. And then there's another one coming out this year called the Cock Roast. Do you have that?
Nope.
You never heard of the Cock Roast?
Nope.
That's the one that you put your balls in the middle of it and then it explodes?
That sounds horrible.
Hey, you do what you got to do. Yeah, Mr. X did it again. Yeah, it is horrible. It's called the Cock Roast. Don't do that one. That's right. Oh, my God. That's what we do all day. That's what he does all day instead of working. He get a job like a bunch of other people. Go wash dishes. The Pinkman. Oh, I could do pranks too. I had it all set up to do it. Okay, I'm coming off the camera. Phone line's open. I got it open. Let's read off a few super stickers here while we're here. Rainbow Melon, $9.99. There she is. This is where somebody's like, calculate. I'm going to calculate and see he's not making any money. Miss Texas, $20. There she is. She's back. Texas Granny, another $20. There she is. She's back too. Wyatt Earp coming in next. Hello, what's up, Wyatt Earp? All right. Happy Friday, Mr. X and everyone. Thank you. Thank you for spending time. I know a lot of people are here with their families or out with their families because a big holiday tomorrow. Might be a good time tomorrow night, Johnny, or even on Sunday to go live. But we're here nonetheless. Thank you, Mr. X, for showing up. Loyalty at its best. Yep, I'm going to continue to do these shows. We're on Monday. We're 3 weeks removed from me being on the OTT. And I'm getting a call in here from Nevada, and it hung up on me. I don't know who the fuck it was. Well, let's get through the rest of the super stickers. Next is Rainbow Melon. Call me back, whoever just called me from Nevada. What the fuck? And then Gina from Minnesota. There she is. Well, she's here. Who the fuck was that? I'm going to call them back. See who the fuck this is. What is this?
Hello, you have reached the Vanya Nagel. If you find that you are talking this recording, and I am busy at the moment. Please leave your phone number, who you are, and a brief message. I will get back
Who the
to
fuck
you
is-
as soon as I can. Thank you.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time.
Somebody's calling me. Now they're calling me back. Yeah, can you hear this? Who is this?
Hey.
Who is this? Can you turn me down in the background so I can hear you? Hold on.
Okay.
Who is this?
Hey, it's me.
Oh, it's Steffi. Okay, that's Nevada. Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Well,
What
fuck,
happened
just-
is I was listening to music and it was what happened it was hooked to the phone thing, and I wanted to have it without the headphones to
Okay.
talk to you.
All right. What's up? What's up?
Well, it's going good. I do have a little bit of video, but not much. It wasn't really busy over at any store, Thursday. It was just pretty much workers putting together groceries for people.
Oh, it was the grocery. You didn't go to the fireworks store.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you
that was
did?
the first place I went. I went right there. It was hardly busy enough to get where you get you want to get a group of people who want to hear, because I put the machine in my purse so somebody will walk and wonder why the card is farting.
Yeah, I understand. Destiny, I will respond to that here in a minute. Give me a second. Go ahead. Go ahead, Steffi.
So I got one person there, I try to not get kids in there and stuff like that. So it was kind of it was hard to do. So I pretty much went over to Walmart and found more workers and stuff there than people.
So Walmart's got fireworks too, like big fireworks?
No, they don't got no fireworks.
Oh.
They just got a bunch of old men.
Oh, gross men. All right, what's going on here? So yeah, I didn't get a chance to call that work thing that we talked about, but yeah, send me over that video, and if I don't get to it today, I can always get to it on Monday. But yeah, I'm always looking for the videos where somebody blows a finger off or something. That's what I like.
Well, I don't got the money for fireworks, so.
Well, you can go in there and walk around. I mean, that's great content for you. You don't have to buy anything. Say, hey, I want to see what you have. Do you have the Jesse? Do you have the Pinkman? That guy knew what that was.
Okay. All right. I'll go and look, and now I'll video it, and give them a little bit of free
get like a minute or 2 minute tour, just what they got. Say, hey, see if they have the Gatlin gun, or just, you don't have to buy anything. Say, hey, listen, I do a streaming show and I just want to show some of the new cool fireworks, even if they might not even say anything,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I wish I would have had that today, but all right. What else you got? Hold on. I got to get to some of the things in the chat here.
Okay.
All right. Call later.
All right.
Get out of here. Steffi, she doing here, sticking her nose into Mr. X's business. Hey, go out there and do it. It's fucking it'll be tomorrow. It's gonna be over. You got to get that shit before. That way we talk about it today before the 4th of July. Now let me get back to Destiny. I thought I fucking took this down. Take that down, monkey. I'm the monkey. I'm doing everything. Okay, here we go. I couldn't figure out how to stop payments for the OTT, so I had to delete my account. I hope that does it. So if you notice, Destiny, there is no more, as of today, and I haven't seen anything today, even though we've heard 3 times that the OTT was going to be restarted. 2 Fridays ago, who said it was going to be started. Last Friday, he said it was going to be started. Tuesday, he was going to get started. And now he's threatening the people that run the OTT. 3 weeks ago, I removed Stripe from the OTT. That's why there's no payment section. So there's nothing that's could be billed or rebuild from Stripe into the OTT. There hasn't been any content. Actually, the last piece of content was Mr. X News Network on June 15th. There's never been anything since. I have the last ever content on there unless something changes. So you're going to see that there's no payment section. So since there's no payment section, you can't be rebuild. Now, I've already talked to Stripe, and I removed the OTT company. They're nice guys. I like them. And I heard that they said Guillermo's down in South Africa. No. He's like somewhere in Eastern Bloc Europe. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I think they're trying to make fun of him. But he's a good guy, too. Paul and those guys over there, I removed. They're nice people, but I removed them from my Stripe account. And so nothing can be billed. So that's why you can't do anything. So I would just say, the only thing that I've seen left is that there's subscribers that people pay, and then there's memberships, the free membership. Okay. And the free membership just kind of gives you access. There should be no place that you can purchase anything. Therefore, you wouldn't get billed. What I was told by the OTT people, and I mentioned this on some previous shows, that if, let's say, who restarts that, he would have to start up a new Stripe account and then restart everything. And then everybody would have to re-sign up that would want to go over there. And I'm not, discouraging anybody from going over there or going anywhere, So what would happen is there's no way that you could be rebuild from my company. And by the way, it's been how many days? Almost 3 weeks, and nobody's been rebuilt in 3 weeks. I think the last ever billing was like the day I left. So it's not possible. And if you do see that, I would be able to see that. You see my number at the top, Destiny. You can always call me. You can always email me. I'm giving you a long-winded answer, but I've mentioned this answer a few different times and on the phone to a bunch of people too. And maybe I haven't talked to you, but yeah, you can. It shouldn't be possible to rebill you. It's not connected. There's nothing to be connected. So yeah, I don't mind covering this if it helps out with any confusion or helps out with any of the shenanigans. That's it. Or you can always call me or email me. You guys have my email. That's a good question. What about the Roku channel? I don't understand how that works. Well, here's what I think. So Indavo has got, they create, different apps and all that. They got a great system there, and they have a relationship with Roku and Fire Stick. It should just come down eventually, because eventually what's going to happen is if they're not making money in Davo, then you should be good to go. Like they're gonna, what you should be good to go. Let me back up. If it comes down, it wouldn't matter anyways. It's gonna, and I'm talking about coming down on Roku. I don't know how many people are paying on Roku, but I don't have any access to that or Fire Stick. Eventually, it should just come down. I believe the JimTerryTV.com and Night Owl Network there'll just be nothing on it if Indavo isn't earning any money. And as of Monday, they haven't earned any money for 3 weeks when I left, Monday, Tuesday-ish. So I just think that that's going to eventually disappear. Now, Monday or Tuesday, there could be a new payment system up there, and there could be a new way. But if anybody is signed up directly through Roku, they would have to go through Roku. I have no way of controlling that. But I don't even know if that's possible. That's a good question. I should look in that, but I haven't. Yeah, that's another good thing too. I'm not going to post that because I don't want that kind of stuff up here, but I will respond to it. But yeah, there's nobody out there that I hate. I really don't. I have no respect for people like Fumble Nuts or Watcher Crazy or Leanne and this and that. And it's different, varied degrees. But I can tell you this, when I was in Florida, I showed up and you knew I was there. I said it 1,000 times, but I don't hate anybody. I certainly don't hate Sugar Plum. It wasn't even my idea to get rid of her off the OTT, So I don't hate anybody. I talked about this on a community post. When you start hearing people say only Siths speak in absolutes, I try not to, I try not to, because everybody's could be prone to that. A black and white comment, he hates this. That's not how I talk. That's how somebody else talks, not the Mr. X. So, and if I do talk like that, it's not very often. So one more thing that I got to mention this, and I don't think I can show this because I don't know if this ventures into nudity. If this was on the OTT, I would. Okay, so you got it. I got you. You got your 30-minute explanation. There you go. So I saw. You remember the actress Elliot Page? Okay, she's like she's like she went full dude. Like she got boobs removed. He's boxing now. Okay, and he is like ripped up. And I see some of the guys are like, if I was taking testosterone, I would look like that too. No, motherfucker, you got to work out to look like that. And like ripped up. Like, but here's the thing. There's pictures, and I don't know what the new name is. I just know that Elliot Page or whatever. There's pictures of like him boxing with his shirt off, but like the titties were removed. But it's now, I guess, a man or whatever. Like, can you show that? But like, I'm not going to show it. But like, I was wondering, like, could I? And it just goes, I saw some comedians talking about Elliot Page. I always think about that movie, Juno, of all movies. She was like 17 and pregnant and wondering if she should keep it. And I was like, this movie could end very quick another way. But, it's about teen pregnancy or whatever. I don't know, it's like the movie Kids. I just icked me out. I can't believe they icked me out for different reasons. But, like, can you show that? I don't even know if you could show that. I mean, technically they're not boobs. So is that okay? I don't even fucking know. It's very confusing. But I heard some comedians talking about Elliot Page, and they said, she used to be real cute. And this comedian kept going on. And he told a real bad joke. He said, he was real cute. I'd still fuck him. It's like, oh my God. This is what's going on in the world today. This is what's happening. Yeah, Juno, you remember that? Is it Ellen Page? Oh, Elliot Page is Elliot could be a girl's name. Ellen Page. Thank you. Leave it up to Adele to know all the particulars of that. Ellen Page. Elliot Page is the other name. Okay, so yeah, Juno. Yeah, not into it. Not the Mr. X's cup of tea. I like things with explosions. That's just me. I mean, call me crazy. All right, let's get into some Cash Apps. I'm reading the chat. I got the phone lines open. I'm talking a lot here. A lot of parades going on this weekend. Mr. X might be at some of them. You never know where I'm going to pop up at. You never know what camera might be rolling. I wonder if Johnny's going to any parades. Lashes and Tats. Happy 4th weekend. Hope you're doing well. Happy to be here, says Johnny Yarborough. There he is. $5. Thank you, Johnny. Happy 4th of July. Miss Texas. She came in twice. That's right. $30. Mean Green coming in. $4. That's right. Barbara Buffalo, she's here. I know she was busy today, might not have been here, but I'm glad that you are. Comes in $5. Superior Court of Los Angeles Public Access, $1. Oh, that was me finding out that who hasn't filed any lawsuits. Oh, that was me spending money. Okay. By the way, a couple people on Wednesday. Jeremy M came in on Wednesday. Mean Green came in on Wednesday. Thank you for the heads up, Mean Green, on the different shows when those shows are coming live and all that stuff. I know Johnny typically goes live on Wednesday, but it's nice to have a heads up. It helps out for the different shenanigans that are going on here. But let me get into the PayPal. I'm still looking at everything. Yeah, I never remember all these names. It's hard. It's, I only got so much room in my head, Adele. I don't, it's hard to keep up. Here we go with Amanda in Australia coming in. This is today. I was going to say, because she came in the other day too. Amanda of Australia plus the fees. It's $25. Texas Granny. So we've reached the Crab Legs Friday, whatever it is. I mean, I never do that, but ready to go, says Texas Granny. That's earlier today. It's $25. Thank you. Tingle Booze coming in. Great show, Mr. X. That's on the 3rd. That's today. So that's earlier today. I'm not reading an old one. That's $10. Thank you. Somebody special. This is on July 1st. It says, thank you for all you do. I don't want to read it out, but it's an odd number. It's a $32. You know who you are. Thank you for that. That was on July 1st. Also on July 1st, it was Texas Granny. I think this is during Johnny's show. I don't know if I got a chance to read that out. And then there was somebody who came in $40 on the 1st as well, who doesn't want to be named. I know that it sucks that I have to do that. And I know the numbers. I'm going to say the numbers out, and I'm not making these up. You know who you are in the Southeast. I'm not going to say any more than that. We had a phone conversation, but it sucks that I can't, for not really fear, but I just don't want to see anybody in the middle of anything. It's just an unfortunate, almost embarrassing situation. But thank you for coming in. A lot of these people do not want to even be named at all, but I don't mind, kind of doing a quick shout out. Speaking of people, we talked about Destiny earlier. She came in $25 on the Venmo, the very rare Venmo that we always talk about. I hope that answers your questions. I appreciate the people who reach out to me and they say, Mr. X, we're not paying the $30 anymore. We're not paying the $12.99 anymore. And it really means a lot. I mean, I'm not trying to be the salesman or anything, but it means a lot that you do that and hey, I'm still going to throw that to you. I never expect it. Always grateful and gracious to get it. And I'll definitely take it. It is a lot easier on me to not have to do 5 shows a week and have to worry about, frankly, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or make fun of anybody, having to worry about potentially carrying 5 shows a week. I'm not saying I'm some great talent. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but I know that the pressure of people spending, it's not that much pressure because I could do this all day and I could talk all day, but like people spending $42, you know, and granted, I'm not going to even see all that. I'm going to see probably like actually like a third of it, but expected to probably do, not expected, for it to happen, I'm going to do 75% of the work for 1/3 of it. And I didn't get into this for money. I got into it for the cause more so. And then it became so much work that, you know, I wanted to make a little bit of money, and that's fine. But, you know, I really do appreciate the different people who have come in, stuck with me, hung out with me, you know, people, Johnny Yarborough, people who are coming back. Like my intention in calling Gina today was not for her to give me a super sticker. I'll fucking take it, you know? And there's definitely less overhead. There's less, I mean, there's drama and trauma out there. You know, some people are even calling it a manic episode, but it's not me. You know, I will always kind of, we like Queen of Ossian. We like, you know, Blue Diamond, who checked in with us last week, or Noodle Salad. Like a lot of those people, and they're over there. I mean, I don't even dislike Sugar Plum. She just went down a, you know, rough road. I don't dislike her, but you know, once you go down that rough road, you know, we're thinking otherwise. But all those other people, we like them. We wish them well. There's no problem. Raven is here. What's up? But I got to mention that. Crab legs make you sick. Well, they got to ship them out to where you're at. So that's kind of the problem there. But I mean, when you're on the coast, you're going to get the crab legs are going to be good. So, but yeah, I know I really appreciate everybody who's been here and stuck with me. I know people are going to say different things like, oh, the only reason they're stuck with Mr. X is because somebody got doxxed or this and that. I try to do a little bit of a lighter show. Some might even call it boring. I don't think that it is. But one thing that it will not have, and I do not want it to have, we'll save it for Johnny's show. I don't want it to have a lot of angst. I don't want it to have a lot of drama. I'm not using anybody's show to get back at anybody or trying to pit anybody in the middle of anything. That's for sure. You know, and I'm not shy to respond to anybody, but it's like, you know, enough is enough. And we know the parties involved, from the actual haters to people who have gone off the rails. And I realize this, you know, I don't like hearing, I'll say his name. I really don't like hearing bad things about Jim. I don't like hearing it. It bugs me because, you know, I don't know what's going on over there. I haven't spoke to anybody over there in 3 weeks, and I don't plan to. In 3 weeks on Monday or Tuesday. And I don't even wish him ill will after all the horrible things he's done and said. I definitely know that him contacting people is not affecting me. Like him like putting out information is not affecting me. By the way, the Screen Actors Guild has never contacted me. And good luck getting a hold of them before the holidays, by the way. Yeah, good luck getting a hold of them. And it's, I mean, there's just been a lot of stuff and threats of lawsuits and threats of this and that. And, you know, I tell you this, I offered the OTT. They wrote a declaration on our behalf, my behalf. I would write one for them. You know, it's not like I have the proof. There's not going to be any lawsuits. One thing that we've learned about YouTube is the only person that's out there that has an attorney is me. Nobody else. And I'm not talking about you people in the chat. I'm talking about these haters. You've never seen Watch Her Crazy with an attorney. You've never seen Leanne with an attorney or her daughter. Frankly, I've never seen Jim with one. Okay. I've never seen Fumble Nuts with one, or all these different haters, Candace Howard. And I'm not putting Jim in the clump with those haters. But thank God that Dylan Rounds era is over. You know, the only thing that could come of that Dylan Rounds would be a one-on-one interview between the Mr. X and Brenner. And I don't know if it would happen. And if it did happen, I don't think I would make it too public until way after it was over. But I'd be open to doing it. And I wouldn't take your money to do it either. I would just go do it and then tell you I have it. So, and I probably wouldn't even share it. Not right now, at least. But yeah, you hear all these things, Steffi, about people saying 44 grand for this and that. It's ridiculous. It's just a bunch of junk. You know, people are going to knock my teeth out. I mean, you don't do that. I just got them whitened and straightened. I mean, again, I don't want to need these teeth. I didn't do nothing, you know? So, By the way, we have 158. We have 158 people. And, I want to say thank you to the different people. There is not one head-to-head show that has ever beaten me. Jim Terry's never beaten me head-to-head in any kind of anything. Not money, nothing. We are on a holiday weekend. Last show we did, we had over 210. We've been around like 180 to 150 here, and that's okay. But we're doing our thing. But the most important thing to me is I said that I would continue to stay live to try to pay off anybody who is doing, pay for the OTT stuff or getting their money back, and trying to kind of stay away from the hater stuff. But if I really wanted to, could I bring up the phone call from Teresa over there at the miners, and get into that? Like, I have that in quote unquote in the chamber and ready to go. Nah, I'm good. I could definitely tell you this. If he was doing okay, and you know who he is, if he was doing okay, he wouldn't be threatening the OTT to sue them over 13 grand, which, by the way, they've sent a letter out a couple times, saying, do you agree to this? Do you agree to this? It was his idea. So he's not going to he wouldn't be saying he needs to sell things for $44,000. Unfortunately, he blew something up that was really good, probably the closest thing that he's ever had a job in his life. And it's just unfortunate. It's almost kind of sad, because I can tell you this: you go to Eric Foss's, and he's not making as much money as me. He doesn't have the kind of audience that we have over here. And I'm talking about it now, but it's certainly much, much better. And I know more about this than he does. And you know who I'm talking about. That's why in 3 weeks, you've heard it 3 times that he said he was going to start up the OTT. Hasn't happened. The only thing that I'm hearing, and I didn't hear Eric's show earlier today, I did speak to Eric via email, and Eric put it on private, his decision, not mine. I just told Eric, I'll never have anybody strike for me, and I wouldn't be shocked if you're getting struck over this. That would be my thought. And he put it, I don't think he put it on private. I think he put it on members only. But the idea of kind of pitting people against, like, I'm no giant fan of Eric Foss. I don't like drug dealers. I've said that over and over again. But, the reason, Eric, he's going to your show to do that is because he's going to get strikes or get struck by his own quote unquote strike team that he's now doxxed. They're now striking him, not per me asking. It's just happening. So it's just the way that it is. We got a great group here. I'm thankful for the time. I mean, I tell you what, even if I got $40, I always look at it, not what people have done for me lately, but what they've done overall. And if you think it's boring and you think it's who is saying that via robocall, not good. And I have a feeling that robocall is not going to be around by next week. I don't control it, but I have a feeling that's going to happen, because you can't use that to go after people. You know what I'm talking about. So that's how you lost the last one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, people appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys being here. X, we appreciate you. Well, and I don't know. I'd hate to say that that's a sugar mama. I don't really know, because anybody can say about anything. I don't really know. I'm not over there, but I know for a fact that there was a house that was gotten in because of a divorce. And then that house that they're at now was purchased. And if you were to look up that house now, or at least the last time I did, whose name is not under there. So, there's a reason that the bills and the house and all that is in a person's name, not in whose name. So unless that's changed, I haven't looked it up. I'm not really spending the time to do that. But it is what it is. I'm just happy that, my family speaks to me. When they speak to me, they're happy to say, they're very, very nice and very respectful. And people on the other side can't say that, so they're not talking about me that way. There's Allie right there. I appreciate you too, Rainbow Melon. But that's really it. I got through everything I wanted to get through. I wasn't going to keep you guys here more than 2 hours anyway. We stayed 150 to 175 strong. We're at 154 now at the beginning of the show. These haters, they really want me to get into talking about some nitty gritty. I've had haters ask me, why is he like that? And I could tell stories. from the pep rally to the incident in 1994, 1995 with the 8-ball. You know what I'm talking about? Not you doing an 8-ball, but somebody else. And then, the shenanigans in 1996 and AC and the bread company. I can get into all that, but like, why? I realize that these people for a long time spent money on him and on me to be part of the OTT, it's like, I don't want people to have buyer's remorse because I feel like I put in the effort and I put in the work and I don't feel guilty at all, but I always want to give everybody their money's worth. But obviously that's not happening on the other side, and I don't want people to say, well, Mr. X is the same way. He's doing the same kind of things. See, you don't hear me doxing family members. I'm not even saying their full name, but he knows. That person knows that I know, and I could tell. I just don't want to be the same thing. XNN was never supposed to be anything but news and keeping it light and being something a little bit different. And that's why my last show, when it was not before a holiday on a Friday when most people are with their family, that's going to be my excuse, at least for today. We're at 160 right now. Was one of the highest watched shows. And we'll continue to do Monday and Friday. And if Johnny pops up on Saturday or Sunday or Wednesdays, I'll pop up there. And I know Gina's around now, but we're okay on everything on my side. This attorney talk. Let's. I heard about the Eric Foss show, since I know he's listening and he's sending out text messages. I don't mind talking about this real quick. Let's not forget that who has not lived or not spent any real time in Atlanta, Georgia, since like 1996 or 1997, whatever the year might be, almost 30 years ago. The idea that he's bitching about $800 and has some attorney and some friend down there from 30 years ago is very unlikely. Could he cold call somebody and find somebody? Like he tried to find somebody in San Diego for me, and then that guy said it was $15,000. Sure, he could find somebody and say that, but the likelihood of him actually suing somebody is very low, because the likelihood would be this. First of all, they were talking about restraining orders. If there was anybody who could put a restraining order on somebody that would verifiably have one, it would be me against you. After talking about fighting and picking up teeth and all that kind of stuff, which I have all that recorded. Those ones I do have. The Eric Foss thing today, I do not. But there's absolutely no way that would happen, because he would actually have to show up. And if he was going to show up anywhere, I would make it very public that it's happening. And how do you know where I live? How do you know I'm not in a different state? How do you know where I'm at? I mean, I know I could turn on my camera and go live and walk around and this and that. He can't. That's for sure. Got a super sticker coming in. It is much respect. Yes, says Destiny. There it is. I don't know if I read that one off. I thought I saw it pop up. Thank you, Destiny. And we'll get into them right before I leave here in a second. But there's so many. I missed so many people in the chat. I mean, I could talk about this stuff all day, and my goal was not to. No, that is from a couple minutes ago. But one thing, and I heard haters say that Texas Granny said she would never leave, and Barbara Buffalo and this and that. Man, those women were treated unfairly, in my opinion. We saw Salty Pancakes have some kind of a manic episode and turn on all his people, and I believe that's what happened here. That's what I believe happened. I believe that there was some kind of manic episode, and without Mr. X, think about how much he's lost in the last 3 weeks just by not me pushing the sled forward. There is no verifiable way. I mean, you can verify super stickers and super chats because I'm showing them, but you can't verify anything he said. In fact, I've had people contact me that said he read my name off, and I'm telling you, I didn't send him anything. I've actually had 2 people contact me and say that to me. And I don't want to put them in the middle of it, but if you did send them to me, my thing was, you don't owe me any explanation. You don't have to tell me. I mean, if you want to, send it to whoever you want. You want to send Fumble Nuts $5 so he can get some more teeth whitener. Go do it. I mean, it's not my deal. Does Salty still go live? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not like really that deeply invested in these people like other people are. I heard he was going over some Chance Engelberg or something to that effect. I don't know. It's just, I don't think that he's definitely not on YouTube, and he's definitely not monetized. So yeah, a lot of people have said that. There's no documentation that he ever got the van. There's no proof of it. I think that somebody found that photo that Jim posted. I'm trying not to say his name, but the Jim posted there we go again. They found like that photo online. I'm not being mean, but that's just what people said. Like, if you can't show a title and say, this is the title, here's the bill of sales, which you can have somebody write one up, or here's the money order I paid for it. If you can't show it, you don't have it. You don't have it. You don't know how pissed he got at me when I mentioned, are you going to show the shirt that Kathy Fagan bought for you when you were in Disney? That was 2 times ago he was in Florida. He got pissed at that. Oh, you're going to blow up my spot. Well, did you buy the shirt or not? See, I don't believe in taking this art form, the streaming thing, whatever it might be, and turning it into that's something to that level. I've had people say, Mr. X, he took something of yours that was legit and kind of turn it into a scam. Not mine, but like I was one of the people who helped with it. But you did the work to make it legit, and he kind of started turning it into a scam. I've had people say that to me. So it is what it is. It's fine. I know that we're doing great, and I continue to do as long as you guys want me here. And there's always other things I can do. Certainly not hiding from anybody. And my phone's always on. So thank you, Destiny. Destiny says, your shows keep getting better and better. Keep at it, Mr. X. Your numbers and everything. You're doing great. Well, I expected today to be a little bit lower than last week because, frankly, I mean, most people aren't spending time on YouTube right before the 4th of July when they're with their families and traveling and stuff like that. I kind of expected that. Probably tomorrow might be the same. Now, Sunday could be a good day for a show. So hint, hint for whoever might want to go on. Yeah, I just keep being me. I keep doing my thing. Well, I mean, I've made pretty good money at it doing it, and I've made other people good money. I believe there are 3 major things that could be done to Jim that were, that would send him over the edge. Number 1, serve him bastard papers. That would be number 1. If somebody, I'm not suggesting it. I don't want to see it. I don't know anything about the situation. I've never met the people. That's the thing that he fears the most, serving him bastard papers. Number 2 is taking away his money. That wasn't my intention. What he thinks is his money. Taking away his money is, or what he thinks is he's owed to him is the thing that you could do to him next. And it's why he's got the real problem. And the third one has to do with some of the people over there. And like, if I were to tell the story but by me doing number 3, it gives haters a bunch of content, and I'm not going to choose them over him. So I'm not going to do that, but I could, and I would say, if you're going to say stuff, if you're going to show something that proves something, you got to put out something that's really proof. Remember this, really dumb to say that, about the friends and family thing. If you're a tenured employee, and you can check this out online if you want. If you're a tenured employee, you can put people, and that means you don't work there anymore, but you got your tenure. I know you don't know what that means because you've never worked a job. But that means you can put people on it even after you're gone. That's how it works. You might not know that, but that's how it works. But you've been removed from it, and last time you were in Florida, you used it. You will not be using it anymore going forward. So that's the way that works. So Squirrel says, I have to rewatch from the start because I just got here late. Well, I'll tell you what, Squirrel, I'm going to be wrapping it up. A lot of people have asked that too. Where's the billboard? Tinkle Booze, I was not involved in that. I've heard people sent in money for that. I'm not a part of that. I don't think that there are any that I'm aware of. I wasn't even told that was going on, and I put him in a hotel. I'm late because we had family get together. I'll be back at the beginning. Like, see, there are people. There's Mandy, Smoke Eye. So hope I didn't miss anybody or miss anything. And it keeps talking about having 137. We've been 150 plus the entire time. Actually, even at one point up to 200. Actually, the time when it drops down is when I'm speaking about you. So that's how it kind of works. So I'm getting back into it. Yes, I've caught up with everybody. So we are here. That's it. I got the phone, Mr. X. We know you weren't a part of anything like that. No, because I wouldn't allow it. I wouldn't be part of it. You know, when we do the hoverboard, I'm getting in on the hoverboard and I'm paying more money for it, you know? So there's no question that I made that guy a lot of money. I made that guy more money because of the sweat equity and the all the work that I did behind the scenes. I made more money for that guy in 1 year than he's made in his entire football career. That's a fact. Prove me wrong on that one. And with that, guys, I hope you're Johnny, I don't know what your plans are. I hope you guys have a safe, I was about to say Thanksgiving, 4th of July. Be safe out there. Don't blow a finger off. But if you do, of course, get it on camera so we can play it on Mr. X News Network. It'll look something like this. Be safe out there, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you for everybody. And if I missed anybody, I'll meet you back up here on Monday on Mr. X News Network. Have a safe weekend. See you guys soon.
Thank you for watching Mr.